We have a problem: climate change. Flooding, extreme weather phenomena, heat waves. Luckily, more and more people want to do something concrete to stop it. How? By joining the divestment movement. What's that? Have a look at this. There's one thing that drives climate change more than any other factor. That's the unchecked burning of fossil fuels, meaning coal, oil, and natural gas. In order to obtain those fossil fuels, companies need capital. They get it from investors like equity funds or banks. We want to stop the flow of money to fossil fuel companies and show that this business has no future in a world worth living in. And we have a powerful tool at our disposal: divestment. That means removing money from the fossil fuels sector. How does it work? Many countries, cities, universities, churches, insurance companies, and even private individuals invest in fossil fuels today, sometimes without even realizing it. They put their money in a fund or a bank that then invests it on their behalf. These investments are destroying the climate. The divestment movement wants to persuade investors to invest their money elsewhere, and it has good arguments to back it up. That's because investments in companies that trade in fossil fuels aren't just bad for the climate, they're bad for investors too. Why? It's simple. At the 2015 UN Climate Change Summit in Paris, all 195 countries agreed to limit the global temperature increase to less than 2 degrees. But that will only be possible if 60 to 80% of the fossil fuels found remain in the ground. Those resources will then become worthless, and the companies that own them will drastically lose value. The carbon resources bubble will burst. Investors will be threatened with massive losses of 40 to 60%. Cities, countries, banks and pension funds will lose a great deal of their capital. Unless they divest now. Take money out of fossil energy companies and invest it in alternative energy. It's the safe bet, not just morally, but financially too. The divestment movement is growing quickly. Around the world, cities like Oslo, Copenhagen, and Berlin are divesting. So are large companies like the Insurer Alliance. Globally, institutions worth about $3.5 trillion have pulled their money out of coal, oil, and natural gas. It's been a big success so far, and you can help make it even bigger. Save tomorrow. Divest today.